What is up, guys, and welcome back. So for today we have yet another video, and for today's video we seem to have gotten some type of leak that tells us what the next game from NRS, the company that makes Mortal Kombat Injustice games, is gonna be. But anyways, before we get into any of that, like always, be sure to smash the subscribe button if you haven't already. So with that being said, let's get right into the video. Alright guys, so this actually happened a few days ago already. Honestly, I think like a week ago. And I wanted to cover it, but for anyone who doesn't know, my channel got deleted during that same time. If you have no clue what I'm talking about, just check out my previous video. But anyways, this is something that happened like a week ago, and I keep getting so many messages and DMs about it telling me that I should definitely cover it and my thoughts on it. And this is pretty crazy because it's something that's never happened. But supposedly, we're getting a Marvel fighting game from NRS. So it all started, at least for me, with this article by comicbook.com, which says Mortal Kombat and Injustice Studio reportedly working on a new Marvel game. Then they said this, which says NetherRealm Studios, the developer behind Mortal Kombat Injustice, is reportedly working on a new Marvel fighting game, which would be the first proper Marvel fighting game since 2017's Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. In 2021, many are expecting NRS to review and release Injustice 3. And this may still happen, but it sounds like Injustice may continue to stay on ice in favor of making a Marvel fighting game. Okay, so for anyone who, because a lot of you who watch my channel know I'm a huge DC fan, how do I feel about this, right? I'm perfectly fine with it. I am perfectly fine. And you might be like, why, how, right? Well, if it was up to me, I would way rather get Injustice 3. Any day, I would get Injustice 3. But here's the thing, Injustice 3 comics don't exist. There's no such thing as an Injustice 3 comic book. So like, I don't know if NRS would just make up a story for Injustice 3, which would be fine with me if they do. Or if they would like wait for an Injustice 3 storyline to come out. But who knows when an Injustice 3 comic book story is going to come out. It may not even happen for all we know. So there's not much for NRS to go off of. However, I do feel like Marvel could definitely make for a really good fighting games. Because look, just because I like DC more than Marvel doesn't mean I hate Marvel at all. I actually think Marvel has some really cool characters. So if we get a really good proper Marvel fighting game, which is kind of like the same style of Injustice, I would love that. I think that would be super dope. If it was up to me though, Injustice 3 hands down, but I don't know. It's not up to me. So if we get a Marvel fighting game, that's fine. But anyways, so what is the proof of this, right? Well, the article continued on to say this, which says, unfortunately, the new report, which comes from the way of Daniel Richman via Stealth Optional, is light on details. But Richman claims the game is already in production for next-gen consoles, which is to say PS5, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S. You'd assume a PC version is also in the works, but it sounds like PS4 and Xbox One users may miss out. So a lot of people, I know Uncaged made a video on this as well, and we were like, who the hell is this Daniel Richman guy, right? I searched, I couldn't find anything, but I did search something that actually gave results, which was the other thing that they mentioned in the article, which is a stealth optional thing. So I was like, what the hell is stealth optional, right? Which is where the supposed leak came from, right? It is this is what they say on their Twitter. It says, we cover technology, but how it can help you, where it has been, where it is now, and where it can go. Powered by Gfinity Core Group. So I still don't know who they are. I mean, clearly some type of video game or technology company. And they did have Gfinity Group tagged there. So I went to that and I found this, which is a legit verified company, apparently of video games. Because their caption just says, if you live for gaming, you're at the right place. And they have 163,000 followers. So this does seem to be some type of legit source. I still didn't find the Daniel Richman guy though. I didn't find what he said about it. But this does all seem likely because if you guys don't remember, like a week or so before Mortal Kombat 11 was ever released, Ed Boon did have an interview with Game Informer where they asked him, do you want to make a Marvel fighting game? And if you do, where are you in that process? And Ed Boon said that he was in talks with Marvel. Like, he literally said that he had talked to Marvel about making a fighting game. And then the interviewer was like, what? Like, he was kind of in shock, which was my reaction too. And then when he asked Ed Boon to continue, Ed Boon said that he can't say anything else. but that he has been in talks with Marvel. So it does look rather likely that we're getting a Marvel fighting game. And I guess another reason why I would be cool with that is because they're introducing something new into NRS. That way we'll have Mortal Kombat, Injustice, and whatever the Marvel fighting game name will be. So I think it would be cool to have like a little trinity, if you want to call it, like a little video game trinity, fighting game, video game trinity there. That would be, I think that would be pretty good, you know, Marvel, DC, and Mortal Kombat. I think that's a pretty solid mix of entities. Like I said, if it was up to me, I'd go Injustice, but whatever. If a Marvel game happens, I'm sure NRS will do it great. So I'm not mad about it. I can't complain about it. We already have 2 kick-ass games for Injustice, so that's awesome. I just hope they continue Injustice at one point. Like after the Marvel game, then give us Injustice or another DC fighting game with a different name. I don't know. There's so many options they can do, guys. It is so hard. And if this happens, and this is like really reaching, but if we do get a Marvel fighting game, we could maybe one day in the future see some type of Marvel versus DC crossover game, which I doubt will ever happen. But hey, who knows? You never know. You never know. Anything could happen. So yeah, guys, let me know all your thoughts on this in the comment section down below. Do you want a Marvel game? Do you want to stay to Injustice? Do you not even want Injustice or Marvel? Please let me know all your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. And for now, let's get to the comments of the day. So first up we have, I'm happy that you are back. Yeah, so thank you all for the great reception on my last video, which is where I explain what happened to my channel. For anyone who doesn't know, my channel was deleted from YouTube for like 3 days. And if you know nothing about what I'm talking about, just check out my previous video. I explain everything there. But thank you all for being happy that I'm back. It really means a lot to me, in all honesty. So yeah, guys, I love you all so much and thank you. Next up we have, I have just one question and I want someone to respond. Are there still leaks coming in talking about Combat Pack 3 or have they stopped? Just curious. Okay, so for Mortal Kombat 11, Combat Pack 3, which is, you know, a rumored Combat Pack that's supposedly gonna come out, there are still leaks coming out. However, it is less than usual. I feel like, guys, and I've said this since Combat Pack 2 was released, I'm pretty sure MK11's done, which sucks because I would have loved to get a Combat Pack 3, which maybe still happens, I don't know, but from the looks of it, it seems to be done. I think we're over a half year away since Combat Pack 2's release. So, and we've gotten like not even a single scrap of news. So I'm pretty sure MK11's done. We could get something, I don't know, I'm not saying it is, but it just doesn't seem likely at this point. But hey, fingers crossed and let's just hope for the best. And lastly we have, I just beg the Elder Gods that they include Ash from Evil Dead in the game. You know, on top of Combat Pack 3 probably not coming, even if it was coming, I doubt that Ash Williams would make it. Like, it's crazy because in the beginning he was almost confirmed, right? Like even NRS themselves was like, yeah guys, Ash Williams is in the game, he's gonna come in Combat Pack 1. And then the whole license issue completely just fell apart. And now he's probably definitely not coming at all. So RIP to Ash Williams in MK11. He should have been there, but ultimately just did not make the cut. So huge RIP to Ash Williams. But anyway, guys, that will be it for today's video. Thank you for watching. Let me know all your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. Stay subscribed for more videos just like this one, and peace.